counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Well done with that counter shot. This fighter doesn't just want to win by knockout. They want to do it early so they can get out of here.
If you get in with a slugger, they want to work at their own pace. Use speed, frustrate them, take them out of their comfort zone. Make them tired, trip over their own feet. Get them angry.
How about that time counter shot? Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. And he scores with the counter. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. He is down big time on the scores.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
All the way from camp.
There's the bell to start round 3. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Here's a scoring blow. Swing and a miss with that jab. Two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter shot. Throws the jab and doesn't score. Only catching air with that hook. Those counter punches have to hurt. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Switch on.
Back at it in round 4. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter. Nice job getting that punch through. Seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Can't land the jab there. He threw a punch and just got countered. Punch, counter punch. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Unlucky to miss with that jab. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecard's going to need a knockout.
Wow, it's like...
It's not over yet. You got it.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It could all come down to who's in better shape.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Nice counter shot. This is a battle royale between two heavyweight bombers. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Good counter punch. A perfect counter lands. They exchange punches. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. These two were made for each other. Good counter punching. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you think you come up though, ring away, you walk back to the corner.
There's the bell for round 6. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Perfect counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. There's a counter shot. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Punch is beginning to take its toll. That punch landed. You wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of a shot from that heavyweight. Catch and shoot. Nice counter punch. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Every second.
Here comes round 7. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp, Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Punch, counter punch. Beautiful counter punch. Punch, counter punch. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
You'd like to see more jabs. There's a counter shot halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. He threw a punch and just got countered. They exchange punches. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. No rest for the weary. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweet.
Round 8, and we're off again. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
A perfect counter lands. He missed with that jab. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
It's so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. When are we going to see a jab from these two? That counter punch caught him clean. They exchange punches. What a dominant performance, and it shows up on the judges' scorecards as a unanimous decision victory.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad. I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.